As always, I think it's really funny. This is one of the best animes ever done, right? King's Ranking, where of course King's Game is the worst anime ever done. I keep saying, but King's Game, that is, in my opinion, the worst anime ever produced, right? That's the worst anime that's ever been done. So, also my game instead, yeah, that is the utter crap. This, however, is the best anime ever. So I do find it it's kind of cute. It's such a similar name, right? But anyway, of course, last week we had Kage, I don't know, going like berserk, right? Unlocking some hidden powers that maybe they all could do in the Kage family. And that's a little too much. There we go, that's good. So I don't know. Maybe he can like swallow Ocken completely and that will kill him. I don't know, like he has his healing powers, right? Of course, I'm honest, I don't know what's gonna happen. But again, doesn't feel like a good ability against Ocken. I feel Ocken, you have to like really like, you know, destroy him. Either you have to do like Cell in Dragon Ball, destroy every cell, right, of course, or you have to like really separate him, right? Like take the head and put the head somewhere else, something. If he's like swallowing him, I don't know, will destroy him, because when you swallow something, the acid, whatever magical thing Kage would have, right, will dissolve it. But you dissolve something, like the whole body, right? So his healing power is kind of like, you can't dissolve or read that or whatever, right? Like for example, there is, in one of those Uncanny X-Force, when Deadpool and Wolverine get swallowed by some Omega, what do you call them again? Omega Red clones or whatever, and they just of course get out, right? Because they're like, we can heal constantly, yeah. So swallowing healing powers is pretty bad, and it's in Marvel. So I imagine this not working at all, talking right. But anyway, so watching it. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh, it's like a boat suddenly. I think Kage's. Maybe this is inside of him, like a mental thing. I guess could be a flashback, but no. Here we go. What was the boat then? See? Miriam doesn't believe. Oh man, he's just gonna like kill him somewhere. I think I destroy him. So yeah, Wolverine on him just oh no, not Kage! Oh man, if Kage dies! And then Kage dies! And you're like, goddamn this anime, it's effing crazy. Every goddamn episode you're like, oh, did you think about how Mom died? So what? Kage dies immediately? Like that should start and Kage gets impaled or something? Oh, I guess all of the impaled or whatever. The only reason I don't really believe it yet, right? You know, the tears are still kind of protecting, is because that was so quick that I think he can probably maybe survive. If it was like a 3 minutes, if he's like struggling and then he would explode, then I would think maybe it's more likely. But now I felt that was too fast. It felt like he, it felt like he got destroyed too fast, right? Like it was too easy for Ocken. I guess I want to remember the link I did now. I'm always online, so my shit. Oh, I think it's. I was talking to this game studio early in the morning. Oh, whatever. Man, I can't see Kage dying just because he's so important for Boji, right? I guess. Yeah, if it's weird if Kage dies because he's so important, where, like, I could see Healing die. Obviously I would drop the anime if Healing dies, but because best mom ever. But if Healing dies, I could see the anime still going on, right? Like, Healing is of course the heart of the anime, but I can still see the anime going on, especially now after the Hide Sword. But Kage feels like he's so central to Boji. I had a hard time seeing him dying, right? And now instead, of course, it's going to show us what's happening. No, it's going to be something else. It's going to be some other goddamn flashback or something. I want to see what happens to Kage! Stupid anime! Hate this anime. Yeah, it's talking about the war, I guess. It's back to the Boston flashback. So, the king looks like God. The God is a king, right? That's the weirdest thing, I think, with the God backstory. That he still has a crown and looks like a typical... He might be the highest king or something, like king number 1. Well, he has 3 eyes, though, but... And he can do that shit. Yeah, I don't know. What? This anime is so weird! The God can transform into a 3-eyed monster. You know, he looks a lot like Satan, right? Doesn't he? So Satan is probably a god, right? He just might be, you know, a god against these gods or something. Man, I want to see what happens to Kage. Oh, this anime is so frustrating. I mean, it's amazing, but come on, give me Kage. Don't give me like what happened to the This could be after Kage leaves or not. Man, I have like a hard like waiting. Yeah, but anyway, this see the god system is probably the king system, right? Yes, his life is probably we need a new system, which is of course probably the king system, right? But are all the kings gods then, or are they just like strong humans that overcome the gods? Yeah, so this god's like we need a better system, right? That's what it feels like. Of course, the king system has to be. I mean, I said it in my last review, right? I mean, it has to be that. The king system has to be that part of the gods' way to rule. But then, aren't most kings not gods though? So they lost the rule anyway. Oh yeah, no, it's gonna give Myrmonden with her hand chops. But why would they cut off her hands for? Is it before, after they killed Mom? Yeah, and Frader. Yeah, yeah. Now we're gonna have. Yeah, now we're gonna have when they like when they flay Myrmonden here. And of course, boss is gonna get some revenge. Attack on Titan style, yeah. His son died, I would be proud of him. Yeah, Aaron would be like, yeah, you go, Grisha, you go! I can see people definitely memeing this thing, being like, putting die here. Do it, Dad! Kill them all! Yeah, definitely. Revenge father. See? Aaron approves. He's like, that's my father. Kill them all. But okay, so he of course saves Myrmonden, now they're gonna team up right after him. Oh man, that's like a blood trail after boss. He like killed the whole village, so now he just carries blood with him whenever he walks something. I don't know. So I guess random home person probably. Oh, he's like, I brought other human body parts to fix her. I guess that's our strategy. I think so. Yeah, he was like, yeah, repeat her arms with human arms. Well, I guess it's magic, so it's like whatever, I can detach that stuff. Yeah. It doesn't really explain what Myrmonden did to them, though. No, but I mean, like, it doesn't explain how Myrmonden and Satan and that thing's gone together, right? It's still, because in the opening we see Satan playing with Myrmonden, it's still missing some kind of part there, how... Yeah, it's still missing like a little bit of that part. Man, I wanna see if Kage dies, man, shit. Yeah, I will destroy Myrmonden if I have to, right? Okay, here we go. Oh, and he just steps on Kage. But maybe he's still alive now, he just like steps on him. Oh, body. But I think they're gonna have the 4 guys coming up. We're gonna have, you know, Domas, APS, of course, Bepkin is coming. So I think the four, or maybe Boji dies. No, I can't see it happening. Come on. He likes to torture people. Yeah, he likes to torture them. No, yeah, I remember. He doesn't kill people. He likes to like cut them in the non-organs, right? So Boji isn't dead because he doesn't aim for organs, right? Because he's such a douchebag, so he aims for like the airspace between, right? So. I know it's happy smiling there. Yeah, it actually is a pretty good explanation for plot armor, right? Why he doesn't die, because yeah, this guy never kills anyone. He hurts them as, you know, as slow as possible. But then now she's taking over. Is that also something weird happening? So now she took over the bandits or something? Yeah, what? Or she gonna save Kage? I guess she kinda. Well, the healing is green, of course, so... There we go. Myrmonden. And this is Satan, though. So, see, that's still missing. What happened with Satan, right? Before they, like, frayed her, yeah. Something still happened with Satan, and she befriended... yeah, that still didn't happen, right? Before they cut her arms off. That is so weird. Well, at least she's saving Kage, I guess. And this is like her flashback, maybe? Or is Kage's mental standpoint? Yeah, it's Kage's world, I guess. Oh. And got Mommy is back. But I guess it's like inside of Kage, right? Or is it limbo? It's like, there must be... Well, then don't cross the river, Kage. They probably die, yeah. Don't cross the river then. Like, Mommy told us the river. No. If you go over the river, you die then, right? He's like, no, I was rich. He's like, don't go to Mommy. Because she's on the other side of death, right? Yeah, the river is like what splits then. Oh yeah, here's the boat if you saw. But if you get on that boat, then you die, right? Yeah, exactly. If you go over the river, you die. So you gotta stop him, right? And he looks so happy too. Guys, anime, it's them psycho anime. Yeah, it's like, he looks so happy too. He's like, Mommy! Oh, it's like a invincible wall. Yeah, but it's like Kage's mind, right? Because she took over him and it's like... Yeah, but Miriano is, you know, she's good deep down, I guess, right? And now she's like, damn, that Kage was so nice to me, I gotta protect him, right? Which means I'm not that... Oh. Well, are they gonna have to redeem Miriano? This last bit here? Man, he looks so happy too. He looks so happy. It's like, Mom! Yeah, I got the rope, right? So I guess he... We can't just cut the rope though? Oh, Miriano. Oh yeah. It's like interesting. Yeah, okay. Because she's healing him, right? So she's holding the rope so he won't die. Okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah. It's a nice symbolism. Yeah, she's like, she's holding the rope so he can't go cross, right? It's like super healing. You enter someone's mind and hold them to not go, don't go to the other side. Yeah, I'm gonna have some... Gotta see my best friend, right? Man, it's anime with emotion. Well, I still think they're gonna get saved by the 4 men, right, so to speak. The 4 elite people are gonna come, right? Probably fight Oken. So, Dorche, Apis and so on, yeah. Oh man, I was gonna say Kashan. Now it's gonna be all like, Kashan! I'm gonna save my best friend! But is she actually a deer then? Because they're like in life, or is it just his like imagination? Like he's like crossing a path? I don't know. We see Mommy crying too, right? No! Come to me, boy! Yeah. Damn it! Like, is it fun in heaven, Mom? Yeah, yeah. Maybe isn't that bad dying then. Oh, that's anime. Every goddamn episode. Oh. You better defeat them, son! Oh. Oh, this soundtrack. Yeah, it's a healing. Oh. Yeah, this soundtrack, baby. Well, I guess it's actually a deer, right? Yeah, it's like a... I really like the symbolism of Miriano healing him. She's pulling the lifeline. Yeah, that's a goddamn good symbolism that she's like pulling him back there. Okay, but I won't save you! She's just sundering it. Goddamn Miriano! He's like, yeah, you saved me, Miriano. I don't like you or anything. She's just gonna sunder it. I saved you, but that doesn't mean I'm with your teammates now. Yeah. Yeah, or should I thank you for first killing me? Isn't it your force for first killing me now? You saved me from death after you killed me? Whatever, thanks anyway, yeah. Yeah, it is, but I like coming around immediately sundering. He's like, I saved your life? Doesn't mean that I like you, doesn't mean I'm gonna save you again. Oh, yeah, she's blushing there. I'm not. See, she's a Sundra, that's what she is. She's a psychopathic murderer Sundra, that's what she is, yeah. I'm gonna. But of course, Daida keeps seeing her soul being nicer, like he sees her Yeah, like he sees her soul being like, how to say it, purified or whatever, redeemed, right? So, as we saw earlier too with him, right? So now she's getting more into her, yeah, her original form or something. And she's all happy inside of Dida's soul, I guess. Oh yeah, I have a hard time feeling sorry for Mirjana. I guess she killed Bojji's moms and so on. But wait, she also disappearing from Dida's? What? Yeah, I don't want to be alone. Yeah, poor Dida is like, wait, what? Stay with me. What? She's like, don't worry, you get the body back probably, yeah. Probably soon, maybe, baby. Poor Dida. He just gets left behind? Like, what? Oh, no, she's his mom, of course. Oh, of course, because it's a dead death realm, right? Wait. Oh, I thought I said boss for, no, I said boss's wife. She should be pissed off that you killed me. Yeah, bitch. I mean, her mom is like, oh, you know, for sorry. But yeah, it's like, but Bojji's mom should be like, you betrayed me and killed me. I don't know what she's telling her. She's like, God, don't come to heaven, go to hell instead. Yeah, I feel like. But maybe I don't know the backstory why she killed Bojji's mom, I guess. Maybe there's some. Well, I guess we know she was in love with Boss was jealous again, that's right. But, you know, still. We don't know actually really what she killed her for. And also what they betrayed her for. Okay, so now it's Ocken versus a snake. Man, this poor snake guy, he's been owned so many times now. So I kill the snake too? Of course! The snake guy is just a goddamn... this poor guy is a dummy, man. He's like a training dummy. Everyone owns him and he drinks his blood or something? What? What? What's happening? He's also like into drinking snake blood? Oh yeah, well, now I feel Domas someone. Oh yeah, here we go. Finally, Misericorde, the snake friends, right? Here we go. See, now all four come together. I said waiting for this moment. Now we're gonna have the four of them coming. Yeah, so we're gonna have Babin. Yeah, here they come, right? You know, Dorsch, all gotta come together, right? And he keeps healing, of course. Yes. It's been fine. Yeah, they're like, oh, this is a big easy. Yeah, okay. So finally, all four together. He's like, what happened to my Mirjana, right? She's inside the bandit guy, I guess. Mirjana can heal. Yeah, we can force Mirjana to heal or something. Yeah, or something. But here we go. I want to see them, you know, all coming together here, right there. They're like, yeah, we think he had this guy. So he's supposed to be the greatest swordsman on the planet, right? Basically. You know, except of course Boji is way better, but yeah, it's clearly a bad matchup. Poor boy. This is a bad matchup. Cuts off his arm, but doesn't matter, of course. I wonder if he cuts his head off and run away with the head. And as we know, he can heal his sword, so that doesn't help. Yeah, exactly. So he can just heal his sword, right? But I do agree with Domas is clearly a better swordsmaster, right? But, yeah, like, yeah, he's clearly a better swordsmaster. But it's not really a fight between swordsmen in a sense, right? Oh yeah, back to the... The captain could block it though, so... Persuasion. Man, maybe Domas might die? I don't think so. They're gonna jump in and save him, right? Come on. Exactly. Come on, you're gonna... 4 against 1, right? And then he used, of course... This is weird. It's like, rebuild his sword. No problem. Which is kind of weird. You should have said, you should have told me, man! You can't break a sword. Maybe 10 minutes? Oh, okay, I wanted them to understand. What the hell, Pepin? I wanted them to understand by seeing you getting owned. Finally, all 4 of them. Finally, right? But I think it's a build up for this for 3 episodes now. Seeing them all come together. It's probably the best anime fight this anime so far from this studio. Yeah, definitely. Definitely the most sucky guy fight so far. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, but that was like run up there. Come on, it's beautiful. Ah, nice. See, so Dorshi is the power guy. He might like take his head or something, right? And run away with it. Like in Demon Slayer, he might do that in Oscar strategy. Yeah. In Oscar, take the dark head and be like, ah, and just run, right? Yeah, do the head strategy. Yeah, the big 4, baby, the Yonkos. But he can still probably heal that. Yeah, it's just like whatever. He's here we go. Inosuke strategy. Finally, he's doing the Inosuke. Good. Take the head and run with it. He should be able to probably heal that away, but he didn't run away with it. I guess it's like his flashback of his brother training him. Yeah, Oken was trained by his course of Nishan. This is so good for Dosh. Your training won't betray you when you need it. Oh, come on. He's like, you're the strongest when you are pressured. It's like, oh yeah, great. Yeah, you're the strongest when you're in a bad positioning. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, that's... Okay, he's got up for that. I fetish it on in Oscar strategy, definitely. Sword King, fighting with a staff, let me say. Well, maybe he can talk to his brother again? Maybe he's... Yeah, he clearly is mentally insane, right? So his weakness might be... Oh yeah, hits him with... What? But now it's like making the sword become like soft, like an archery sword, what? Yeah, like making the sword become more like... So he just leveled up or something. God damn it. Oh gosh, Paris, that wrong. I feel Dorsey should dead that early. I don't think he's gonna die. Okay, Appis has some strategy. Okay, it's just a morale boost, yeah. The most important thing, morale. Believe in yourself, guys. Okay, he's just like, yeah, we're friends, let's do it together. Okay, yeah, it's like friendship and confidence. And that's the end of the episode probably, god damn it. Man, Kage didn't die at least. And I guess they meant that she could heal Boji. Yeah, they were like, it's one other person that can heal here. And they were like, we have to take care of this first though. Yeah, it felt like they were implying that they were gonna use Myrmonden to heal Boji, right? I guess so. Because they were like, healing has no mana left as she drank all her potions, right? All the mana potions. We need to have someone else heal. I guess they meant her, right? Well, that's what they meant. What an episode. What a goddamn episode. There's so much happening to... As always in this anime, so much things happening, right? So, definitely I feel one of the animes really worth spending time reviewing, because you're like, oh, I didn't talk about everything. Oh, it's so much things happening in the episode, right? But let's first start with what you saw in the end of the episode, the actual battle. I kind of love that. The big four coming together until I find the scene where they... It was also definitely the best Sakuga fight. Let's just find the scene where they all surround him. I did this. Yeah, I was waiting for this. I've been waiting for this moment, right? I've been saying it's gonna happen for probably like 3-4 weeks. Let's gonna take some drink here. No, I'm really tired. Whatever. Okay, good. Okay, let's review it. Bam, 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 baby. Let's go. Big four, baby. Yeah. Yonkos, baby. Here we come, right? This felt great. I've been waiting for this moment for probably 3-4 weeks, at least. Already, from the beginning, right? It was clear that these guys are the strongest person in the anime. They're not king level, right? But they were, bosses, like well-trained, super veteran guys, right? and opposite the Miriam, blah blah so. But they were all, you know, super elite people, right? Like, here's the best sword guy, best spear guy, best ninja rogue guy, and so on. Yeah, they were all like the best, right? And you cannot wait for them all, of course, combine their powers, right? Especially the last probably 3-4 episodes. It's been very obvious that they're gonna come together to find Okken, I would say. Because I mean, I kept saying that last reaction to it. Like, oh, where's the guys? You gotta come together, right? You gotta come and save them. Yeah, I kept saying that. So, it of course, as a negative as positive had to be fair here, it was predictable. Of course, predictable. Like, I think me and everyone else assumed that the guys were gonna come together, right, and fight him and maybe win. But it was really nice to see them come together. And of course, this was Sakuga, if anything, right? It wasn't the best scene here, but there was some really good scenes. My favorite is probably when we saw them running. It was really cool down to what we there. How do you explain it? Kind of how you see him running from the background, and he's like, just, you know, 3D feel to it. But many good scenes. But I think the best one is when they kind of run from a distance, and he throws and Dorsch dodge. Appes attacks him. Dorsch comes in from the side, right? What was that scene? That scene was beautiful. Kind of like we see him running in from the angle. I don't know expect myself. I mean, they clearly, but there was a couple of really good 3D scenes, but especially the scene when Appes started to trust him. The ski attack, and then Dorsch comes like running from the other side, and you kind of get this like really good depth. Yeah, you get like a depth view to it. That's the word I'm looking for. This scene here. So first, this scene here was goddamn Sakuga. First we see Appes running, right? So you get the feeling of something is happening. It's a trust attack. It's a ski. It's coming at him, right? Like a Mika ski or whatever. Going at him. You get a feeling of like urgency and power and so on, right? And you kind of have the camera from Okken's view, I guess, right? And then, so here in the next scene, you see Okken being pushed, right? Yeah, this scene here is really good. This scene is really good. And of course, it's full of this now. This is fantastic. So then we kind of change to Appes' perspective instead, right? And we see him pushing Okken with his spear, because he trusts him, right? And then we see Dorsch coming running from the other angle. So I think this was a really good Sakuga, because the game was that the depth filler, right? Like, this is not a 2D world, this is not an anime, it's basically like reality, right? You see him pushing him, and then the other guy comes running from the other angle, we see him getting closer, so you get that, it's called. That's what there's a word that's used so often too, and I'm just like, I'm tired, I guess. Not perspective view, but what's this called? Jesus Christ! When you have things that are closer to you, or oh my god! I gotta Google this. Things that are closer to you or look different, right? Oh, shit. Closer or bigger. There's a much better word for it. Holy shit! Like, why can't I remember the depth? There's a good word for this thing. Please help me out, chat. Holy shit. Like, this is something I probably said 50 times in my life before or something. And when I've been to school and so on, right, they mentioned this, you know, oh, this is this thing. Because of course the far plane and near plane is different, right? So you have the near plane, and you have the far plane. But what is the goddamn name for it? Now I got some kind of art school documents how to draw far plane and near plane and so on. But what is the hell is the perspective view? Oh my god. Is that the right word for it? Yeah, perspective. I didn't probably say it right, but I wasn't sure, I guess. Perspective graphics. Yeah, perspective drawing, right? Yeah, because you draw. Well, actually, I'm thinking about it's pretty obvious thing about in mathematics, because perspective, because you have what's called, you have a projective perspective view in math, right? We do a matrix. Stuff like this, right? This perspective view, when you kind of have the lines go bigger and so on. So anyway, back to this thing. But before I lost my mind there. Yeah. So this gives you a really good perspective view, which I probably did say, but I'm not sure that's the right word. But anyway, yes, because while he's pushing, and it's really well done, right? Because while he's pushing Okken, those are also running towards him, right? So you get the kind of I guess visual Doppler effect, because it's moving in twice the kind of speed, right? Because it's both moving at you and you are moving to it, right? So Doppler effect is if it sound right, but the Doppler effect is different because so you have basically the Doppler effect is that when you hear a sound source, the sound source is different depending if it's coming to you, you were coming to it, right? If you were moving or you're both moving and so on. And this kind of gives you the same feeling, right? That because they're both, everything's kind of moving on the same time, it feels very fast-paced, and the Sakuga feel to it, right? And it feels very organic. That's what fighters. It's a really good, big 4 fight. Same thing where Beppin and Domas kind of combine earlier. Let me see. What's I see when he kind of swaps around his side? There. Let's see here. Trying to get a good frame. Yeah, like here, right? It's constant at angle. It's also fun finding the right scene when we do the reviews, but if you see it from the angle, Dorsey hits him. Yeah, here. Here's also another good scene, right? Another good example. So Dorsey swipes right, you see Ampus going from the background. A lot of these scenes, right? And this moving thing around, and then up is, I guess, spears him. Yeah, here we go. So, exactly. So then after Dorsey swipes at him, Nups attacks him, then we see Domas coming in too, right? So they get this like really cool, they really get like I feel like a really cool like a 4D fight if they keep running around him, right? Doing different moves on. Yeah, it's really nice. So anyway, there's Sakuga review. Very good Sakuga. I would say easily the best fight so far in this anime. It has some really good fights, right? But certainly this anime is mostly emotional fights, much more so than story fights, right? Yeah, or Sakuga fights. Much more focused on that. Now let's talk about the emotional bit. Goddamn, Ousama Ranking, always breaking your heart, right? Let's talk about it. So, Kage goes to Limbo. I think it's the right word to call it, right? So Limbo is the area between heaven or hell. It's kind of where you go before you either go up and down, right? It depends a little bit on the religion, but usually Limbo in typical Christian religion, right, is that you're stuck in this world, that's kind of where the word Limbo comes from, right? And you're kind of in between two places, and some souls go there because they kind of been like, I guess like an anti-hero. You've done good and bad stuff, and they can't really decide where you go somewhere. This feels very much like Limbo. Like you see Kage in this river, and if you go over the river, he goes to his mom, right? And then he dies, and they enter heaven, I guess. It also could be hell as post, but they go to heaven. This was like, again, this anime is so tragic, right? Of course, Kage didn't die, was great. But at the same time, this scene was really, really like wholesome and tragic at the same time. Because goddamn Kage is so happy. It's like, oh gosh, it's all happy, Mommy! Right? It's all happy getting over there. And we see Boji and Despa like, no, Kage-kun, you're gonna die! So yeah, it was a very, very like sweet, wholesome, but also sad at the same time. Right? He meets mom, and it seems he actually met mom. And it was interesting because, of course, later on we're gonna see Mirianjo coming in too, right? So it feels like he actually saw mom. First it was a little unclear, I felt, if he was just going crazy, right? Can I just imagine his mother? But I think they actually had a conversation. His mom is like, "You go and get them, son." So he gets like a little pep talk with mom and so on, right? So it was like a really sweet moment. But I guess they actually are in limbo. Like they're actually not in his, yes, they're in his mind, but I also feel that it has to be an actual limbo, right? Because of course, after that happens, let's see if you can. Yeah, so after that happens, right? What else would like Mirianjo see Boji's mom, right? So they have to actually be next to heaven, right? And she was pissed off though. For some reason, Boji's Kashan is angry at her. I wonder why. It felt really strange, honestly though. Like Mirianjo has killed a lot of people, right? And first she saw her own mom. That makes sense, right? Kage saw his mom. But why is she seeing Boji's mom for? Yeah, I wonder what it actually meant, because it felt a little bit like, hasn't she killed like a lot of people during her, her shit? And yeah, sure, she also betrayed Boji's mom. But her story then certainly has to be more explained, right? I mean, we know the obvious fact, she's in love with Bosse, so of course she hated, in that sense, right, Boji's mom, because she was sleeping with Bosse, right? So it's typical, net the rare hen storyline, right, to the extreme, certainly. But still, though, there has to be something more, right? Why did she betray Boji's mom? And also, of course, why did they betray her for? Why did they betray her, right? So, I guess there definitely has to be some more flashback explaining specifically the relationship between her, Boji's mom, and these mercs and so on. It has to be something more there. It can't only be that she was just jealous, right? That she was, smashing Bosse. It has to be something more than that. Also because, again, they betrayed Mirianjo. So it is more complicated, this storyline, certainly. Everything in the anime is much, much complicated. But, yeah, seeing his mom there has to mean that there is something that she feels she betrayed her. Because I mean, it's interesting that, you know, if she killed healing, would healing be here? I think she just hates healing, right? But with this feels more like, maybe she actually was, I'm just trying to guess here, right? Anime only. I'm gonna guess that she feels that she was actually friends with Bojji's mom, and then she betrayed her, right? For whatever reason, and those people betrayed her. And I mean, more so reason than Bosse. So there feels something more to that, right? If you see it otherwise. So that's one thing to see. Of course, she's her own mom. No surprise there. I do love Sundra. I love she's just a Sundra. It's just Miriam. She's a goddamn psychopathic genocide Sundra. We all know it. Yeah, she's just like, I don't like you, Kage. I love this scene. I shouldn't laugh at this genocidal woman. This basically Aaron Light. But this scene was kind of hilarious. So Kage is like, I'm not gonna thank you because you first killed me, but actually, I'm gonna thank you. Thank you, Miriam. She's like, I'm not gonna save you again, okay? I'm not gonna save that boy either. I hate you guys, okay? I don't care about you. I just love she's went full Sundra. I didn't heal you because I like you or anything. I don't even care about you. I love this scene. Oh, come on, I can't be the only guy. This is almost arguably the best scene when Miriam is like doesn't want to admit that she wanted to save Kai, even though she took over the banded body and healed him and bring body and so on. But she still wants to talk like, no, I don't care about you. I don't even like you. She's adorable. But certainly building up some kind of Miriam redemption arc, right? And one thing that I come into later here is that we saw, of course, how she got, not how exactly, but I mean, she got, you know, her arms and so on. But the whole Satan thing hasn't been explained, right? She clearly met Satan before she was like tortured by the what do you call it? The Yakuza, whatever the name was. Village, right? Because Bosse finds her in the first flashback, and then he uses body parts from other humans to repair her body, I guess. When he explains it, yeah. So Bosse finds her, right? And saves her, of course, from these evil Yakuza people. But it has never still explained in her backstory. There's still something in between this, right? Her mom and this thing happening, because this thing with Satan, right? I mean, you have a scene with in her flashback. She just think about Satan, right, as a kid. So there's something about her and her befriending Beelzebub, whatever he is. But certainly, I'm gonna go and do a meme now. I gotta follow me, guys, on Discord. I'm gonna go and do a meme now for this, certainly. I'm just gonna say it, right? I think it was kind of funny. It's almost like meta, right? I think stuff that is meta is funny. So I have to say, I couldn't not crack up a little bit in this scene, because it just really reminded me, of course, of Attack on Titan, right? Obviously, just because. So let me explain that, right? If people know it. But I can see a joke coming here easily, no, but I just, you know, huge Titan guy, right? Of course, his son, Daida, is voiced by Yuki Kage, right? That was Aaron. And if you follow, of course, Attack on Titan, you know about Aaron and Greece and so on. So I felt it was just like, I felt there was a little bit like, it was a little meta there that, you know, Daida is crying, right? Bosse and Daida is crying. And at the same time, you see, you know, Soul Yuki Kage, like Soul Daida. And he's just like, oh yeah, that's right. They're like, kill them, Dad. So, like, because he was like, you go, Dad, kill them. It's like, that felt like a very much Attack on Titan scene. It was just even Daida was like, you go, Dad. Yeah, kill them all, father. That's Daida in, well, Bosse Daida. What's the other Daida? Because you have two Daidas. You have the Soul Daida and, yeah, well, Soul Daida is later, of course. Yeah, because he's seeing the flashback, right? Exactly. So Soul Daida, he's seeing the flashback, and he's like, you killed them, Dad! So come on, this was a very Attack on Titan. Same voice actor, they are kind of similar, the story isn't there? With the Titan guy, come on. Like this scene here, I finally found it. There it is, come on. So when this is happening, right, Soul Daida is watching the flashback with Miriano. So he's seeing his father explaining kind of how he killed him, right? Because he's also listening to this with Bebin. And I can't be the only guy thinking of Titan. I was like, this is Aaron's voice actor. He's seeing his Titan father killing people. I was like, yeah, you go, Dad, you his father. It's like, I'm sorry, but come on. It's just like, it's just so obvious. But anyway, yeah, there's a little bit still a mystery there. Her soul gets redeemed by this thing, right? And she becomes like a nice girl again, I guess. And regain her face and body parts, loses the mask. So it certainly feels like somewhat of Miranjo's soul is being redeemed or whatever, right? By having this different thing happening to her. I guess mostly her soul is being purified or whatever, not actually by whatever Boji and Kage is doing, so one actually losing the fight, but probably more so that she is like helping them, right? And by her caring about them, her soul is like, I don't know, becoming nice again or something. I guess so, right? Like when she healed Kage, I guess her soul got partially redeemed, right? Something like that. So it feels like the anime is going for a Miranjo redemption story to some extent, it is. At least on a soul level, right? Like her soul will go to heaven because she's gonna... I think it definitely leads into that she's gonna heal Boji, right? Miranjo will probably heal Boji in the... after they defeat Oken. Because they mentioned that, well, there's not a person that can heal Boji, healing that mana. Someone can still heal him. They didn't say who, but I guess Apis or so on knows that Miranjo can heal. So he was like, oh, we can still heal him by, defeat Oken and then Miranjo can heal him. So, yeah, and by healing Boji, she's gonna somehow redeem her soul more, right? And I think she will do it for many reasons. Obviously, she sees her own mom in Boji. That's clear. But also, even though she's like, well, Bosse, his family hinders him and blah blah and so on, she still loves Bosse, right? And Bosse did love Boji, right? Like, he really loved his son. So, I think in the end she's gonna be like, well, I can't let, Bosse's son die, but he really loves his son, so I'm gonna heal him, right? So, something like that. And then her soul is gonna be somewhat redeemed, right? Probably. Then she probably goes to heaven then with her mom, probably. I guess so. Lastly then, this anime has so much happening every goddamn episode. So the God King, he clearly is creating the ranking of kings. I mean, it's obvious. Yeah, well, I think it was obvious even last week, but yeah, when he's talking about... So I can find the scene, he's super evil. Yeah, so he goes into something that really reminds me actually of... so the King God goes into this thing that reminds me of Cuphead. Yeah, Cuphead. Good game. Almost as hard as the so I used to actually rewatch that scene when the guy gets stuck on the trailer or whatever. I mean. But certainly, this god, he might be number one, right? He might be, if he's gonna be the first king, number one king, because he has more screen time than other gods, and he's clearly the one behind the ranking of system, right? He's talking that the humans have now got magical powers, right? They can kill gods, so our rule is over. We can't just rule the humans by, our system anymore. So he's clearly gonna create the king system. I mean, that's very obvious. And but I guess the first system, they had different gods being kings, and they were kings instead of gods, I guess. So, I mean, they were gods, but they just called kings probably. I guess so, right? I think his idea is that if we call ourselves kings instead, and the strongest person could be king, gods are the strongest, right? So I think it's gonna be basically he's probably just let's call ourselves kings, right, and rule the humans, and I think we are humans, it's strong, right? So he's probably just rebrand. He's like, let's rebrand gods to kings. Then they will respect us because they don't have the crown, right? So I think this is the beginning of the rank system. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually the first king, then number one king. He seems to be the strongest god, right? And also, I guess, the smartest god. So he's probably like retaining the number one power. And also, he looks very similar to Satan, I guess. So he also might just be a god, right? Part of the system. That being said, though, I mean, obviously, bosses always in the god and the other kings. So I guess the gods eventually lost their rankings. I guess they lost their duels against humans or giants or whatever, right? Took over their power. But for a while, I suppose the first kings were actually gods, and then they got lost to humans, right? That being said, even if this guy isn't the number one king, I certainly would expect number one king to be a god, right? Given this backstory that the gods who actually created the king system, I think that the strongest king should be a god, right? That has retained his like power rank or whatever. Which probably is this guy then, given he has the most screen time of the gods, right? So yeah, this is probably the first king. I think that makes perfect sense. But anyway, guys, subscribe to on. Of course, tomorrow we have Black Clover. Vanita, of course, harem, yeah, billion booby harems, and check out, of course, today we had Arifurata, that's a lot of ecchi, oh my god, and of course One Piece. That was not a good Yamato chapter.